Hello and welcome. I'm happy to be here for our grounding practice. I am Francine Bonjour-Carter and I am a Feldenkrais practitioner and healing arts practitioner in the Philadelphia area. And twice a week I'm here on Wednesday and on Saturday at noon Eastern Time to offer you a small grounding practice, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, to share the tools I have to help you feel centered, feel present in your body, and know more about your body. So I'm happy to be here today, and today I want to explore our feet. We very often don't know that much about our feet, don't think about our feet at all unless there's something bothering us. When I started this practice, the sense of being grounded was really important. I can see it in myself, I can see it with people I work with. And when we think about being grounded, we think about our feet, like, having our feet on the floor, being stable, being strong here, connected to the ground. And we need that, and then we very rarely think and know what our feet are doing. So I'd like to explore that today, and I'd like to come from the perspective of not doing an exercise for fitness or flexibility. That's not what I'm doing here, but to grow our awareness, to really build and develop an awareness of our body, because it's an awareness of who we are, and it's really important in the work I do and in what I'm trying to offer here. It's not just about the anatomical, mechanical parts of our body, but it's this whole picture of you and I, each of us being who we are in our physicality. And the more we know, the more we can be who we are. So, I feel that I wanted to say something else. Coming back, to this need of being grounded. When I started to do these videos, I really felt that every day we can be so overwhelmed by what's going on in the world. The news, different crises everywhere, terrible events that happen. And I felt that I was really swept away. It's like the wind comes and just blow you away in the middle of all of that. And I really felt a strong call to do something, and to do something on my individual level. So being present, being really connected to who I am through my body, makes me feel, okay, I have more choice. I have more choices. I have the space to pause, look at what's going on, make my thoughts be more clear, really look at my values, my boundaries, what is too much for me, what is not enough for me, and know where I stand physically and symbolically. And so that's why I'm doing these videos. And today I think it's important to really take the time to listen to ourselves and to develop this presence, this inner solidity and inner safety. So we can move in the world we are living in right now with a little more insights, a little more authenticity about who we are and what we want. So let's start exploring all of that through our feet. And let's see, what we do here is really gentle, really slow. If you have any pain, any physical limitation, I would suggest that you do really, really small, like half or a tenth of what you would do. I'm not here, obviously, to see you and to guide specifically around your own, limitations or abilities of movement. So I want you to take care of yourself. And if for any reason what we're doing is not comfortable and not pleasant to you, I ask you to do it in your imagination. And your brain is learning. That's the whole goal behind what I'm doing here, this little awareness through movement exercises that come from the Feldenkrais method. What you're doing is you're making new connections in your brain. It's a really neurological process. And so you can do that by doing the movements in your imagination if the actual physical movement doesn't feel good to you. So let's start. If you are sitting, I assume you're sitting, you can do this movement today sitting, standing up, and if you want to do it again, you can do it lying down on your back with your knees bent, your feet on the floor. And all my videos are on my YouTube channel, so you can go back to it and do it again and explore more each time. So let's come at the edge, the forward edge of your seat. So you're not really leaning on the back of your seat. You are forward and you can have your hips free. And feel your feet on the floor. So having your feet flat on the floor is really important. If you need to adjust anything, the height of your chair or the height of the floor by bringing something there so you can have your feet on the surface. You can pause this video and do it now. And sense especially the contact of the sole of your foot on the right side of your right foot. Sense where it feels heavier, lighter, where you feel a strong contact with the floor, where you feel a lighter contact with the floor. And compare to your left foot. What is the contact of the sole of your left foot with the floor? If you had ink under your foot and somebody will just slowly put your foot down on a piece of paper and then slowly lift it up, what is the print that you would make on your left foot, under your left foot, and what is the print of your right foot? Okay. And now think about your right foot and think about 3 specific points. The first one is your heel, the middle of your heel that touches the floor. The second point is the ball of your foot at your big toe, like the beginning of your big toe, like the ball of your foot right at your big toe, and then the ball of your foot at your little toe. And think of these 3 points. You can imagine like a triangle, they form a triangle. And press onto the point that is at the ball of your foot on your big toe. Press a little bit on the floor and let it go. And press again and let it go. And do that a few times, maybe 5 times. And don't press too much. Press just so you feel the pressure. You feel that now your foot is really against the floor in that area. And then you let it go completely. And you do it again. And you let it go completely. And do the same now. Leave that and do the same with the point that is at the ball of your foot near your little toe. So more toward the outside edge of your foot. And press. And let go, and press gently. You don't have to strain yourself, and let it go. Maybe you sense something in your pelvis. You sense that something is moving somewhere else. Not that you're doing something, but as an echo of what you're doing. And let that go, and now press onto your right heel onto the floor, and let go. and press, and do that a few times. And see if you're still breathing while you do that. Are you holding your breath when you press on these different parts of your right foot? Can you keep your breathing easy and have its normal course, its normal rhythm and cycle, and still press? And now press on the three points, and do that a few times. Again, check in with your breathing. Do you have space in between your upper teeth and your lower teeth, or are you clenching your jaw? So try a couple of times. Press on your foot and clench your jaw. So you press on these 3 points of your right foot, the one that's at the ball of your right foot, right next or near your big toe, the one that's at the ball of your right foot near your little toe, and the point that is right at the right heel on the floor. And you're sitting and you're pressing on these 3 points onto your right foot against the floor, and you clench your jaw at the same time. Not too hard. And then you let everything go. And you do it again, you let everything go. And now you just do the foot and you let your jaw be. You can open your mouth a little bit. Okay. And rest for a minute. Let that go. Or not for a minute, for a few seconds. And now lift the inner edge as if you wanted to lift just your big toe off the floor and the inner edge of your right foot, but your heel stays on the floor. And you may need some time to find that movement. We are very not used. We are not used to do these little movements, like differentiate the toes and the different parts of our feet. So give yourself the time to find it, to mess it up, to mess around, to do it right, and to try to lift the inner edge of your right foot. And then you put it back. The movement is to lift it and put it back. It's a round trip. That's the whole movement you want to pay attention to. And again, see if there's anything that you're doing that is useless, that is actually taking your energy, taking your attention from this movement. So are you holding your buttocks muscles? You don't need to do anything with your buttocks, with your pelvis right now. So can you check if you can let go of that? What about the muscles of your abdomen? Can you let your abdomen, your belly, just come out and be there without doing anything? Can you open your mouth a little bit, again, to bring more ease in your jaw and neck and shoulders? And now put your foot back on the floor and lift the outer edge of your right foot. And when I say lift, it's just a tiny bit, a really, really tiny bit from the floor. And there are two ways you can do that. You can do it with moving your knee, and you can do it with leaving your knee still. So let's try each way. And let's keep moving the outer edge of our right foot, and at the same time, bring your right knee toward the left and come back. And that might make the movement easier, right? So it's like you are tilting your foot like that, and you have your leg up there. So you are rotating more onto the inner edge. You're lifting the outer edge. When something lifts, something goes up, something comes down. And now you feel that your right foot is really onto the inner edge on the floor. And you come back. And you do that. So you bring your right knee toward the left. And you feel that you're lifting the right outer edge of your foot, your right little toe, and then it comes back. And keep your heel on the floor. or at least the left part of your heel. And after you've done that a few times, lift the inner edge of your foot and move your right knee to the right at the same time. Right, so you lift your big toe and the inner edge of your foot, and your right knee goes towards the right slowly. And again, check that you're not holding the muscles in your thigh, in your right leg, in your right buttock, and you just let the bone move a little bit. And when I say a little bit, it can be half an inch, your knee and the bones of your right leg to the right, or an inch to the right, and that's enough. And you come back to the middle, and now try again to lift the inner edge of your right foot, and this time just leave your knee where it is. It might move a tiny bit, but don't make it go towards the right, and just lift the inner edge of your right foot and come back to the floor, and lift it and come back, and do that a few times. Check in with your breathing. Don't hold your breath, just keep your breathing easy and normal. And now do the same with the outer edge of your right foot and your little toe, that side of your foot, and leave your knee where it is without, holding and straining it, but don't let your knee drop to the left while you are lifting your right outer edge of your right foot. And come back to the floor, come back to the middle, and we are at the end of our 15 minutes. We're a little over, but what I would like you to do now is to stand up, to come to stand up, and just feel if you sense a difference in between your right leg, your left leg, maybe the right side of your back and the left side of your back. How do you sense each of your feet on the floor? Is one of them lighter than the other one? Is one of them, clearer, heavier than the other one? Does that translate somehow along your legs and in your pelvis? And we could have done that little scanning in standing before. I didn't think about it, but if you do this movement again on the left foot, which I would suggest, sense how you feel now standing, and then do the movement and sense the difference afterward. And there's much more to explore. Again, what I'm doing here is giving you a little snippet, something you can do in just 15 minutes a day at home, standing up at your office, at work, and it's a shortened version of what I usually teach in an hour. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to more and connect more and more of ourselves each time that we do this little grounding practice. If you have any question or comment, I'm here and I'd love to hear from you. You can find all my information on my website, francinebonjour.com, and you can find all the recordings of these grounding practice videos on my website and on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. Again, Francine Bonjour-Carter. I wish you a good day, and I will see you at the end of the week. Bye-bye.